Good morning, everyone. I will tell you a little bit about me first. My mother had me when she was 17 years old, and we lived on welfare for the first 5 years of my life in a trailer park in Claremont County near Cincinnati, Ohio. I'm the first of 5 children, and I'm the first in my entire extended family to go to college. I graduated in 2003 with 4 bachelor's degrees and a 4.0 and decided that I wanted to go to law school. And I was ready to pack up my Geo Metro and move across the country to San Diego when in April of 2003, I was diagnosed with ovarian cancer. Now, I had no money because all of my money went towards my medical bills. And I started asking around for help. And I was very lucky to meet a woman named Alice. Alice had lunch with me one day. I had never met her before. And after a 1-hour lunch, she decided to pay $40,000 for my law school education. When I asked Alice, how can I ever repay you for this amazing gift? She said, find a way to invest in women. So I went to law school at night, worked for an investor who never invested in a woman, by the way, and started practicing law in 2008. All of my clients were women. That wasn't by design, it's just how things happened, but I became acutely aware of the issues that my legal clients were facing with their businesses. What I learned was that women represent 50%, half, of all privately held companies in the United States, yet we have access to less than 5% of traditional capital. That is a huge, huge problem. So I started researching alternative forms of finance, and I studied models all over the world, and everyone was doing it just a little bit wrong. They were all focused on the money, on getting money into the hands of these women, when in reality, they should be focused on how to help them with their business. So I launched a startup company, Bad Girl Ventures, in March of 2010 to serve as a highly localized microfinance organization, providing education, training, and then financial resources to women-owned startups. So, in order to be eligible for our very low interest $25,000 loans, our applicants have to actually complete 8 weeks of training. We train them on how to draft their business plan, legal structuring, marketing plans, and there's homework due every week, so that by the time they graduate, they have a business plan, a marketing plan, a completed SBA loan application. We like to say they're very nicely packaged with a hot pink bow to go into any traditional bank and get a loan. We're very proud to say now that we're 1 year old, and in our first year, we've had 400 businesses apply to go through our program. That's in Cincinnati alone. We've educated 200 businesses, and we've now financed 24 companies with $650,000. Those women have now created 132 jobs, and they've repaid their loans with 0% default. It's worked out great, but the numbers don't speak. The bad girls do. So let me tell you about one. Robin Gentry McGee was a 4-star chef in Dayton, Ohio. Her father had a severe head injury and was sent to hospice in the home and given 6 months to live. She was feeding him his feeding tube formula one night. She looked on the back of the can, and it was all high fructose corn syrups and sugars. Sugar was making her father aggressive. She said, I refuse to feed total strangers, better than I feed my own father in his dying days. She quit her job, got her master's in holistic healing, and designed an entire line of feeding tube formulas, specifically tied to his symptoms. She extended his life by 3 years. His doctors to this day say she saved his life. She came to Bad Girl Ventures 5 years later, having done nothing with this idea. She didn't know how to get started. But in 8 weeks with us, she developed a 77-page business plan that she updated 22 times. She secured a co-packing agreement with Dorothy Lane Markets, a formal endorsement from the Block Cancer Research Center out of Chicago, and she secured $100,000, 25 through us in a 0% interest loan, 5 through our partner, Samuel Adams, and the remainder through her friends and family. Her product hit the market as a competitor to Ensure June 1st, 16 weeks after she walked in our door. These are the women we seek to serve. Our oldest applicant has been 82, and our youngest is 9. Rosie Dean, a turkey farmer. She got a loan through Bad Girl Ventures. And so these are the women that we care so deeply about. And people always ask me, why did you choose the name Bad Girl Ventures? I said, because we're looking for a very specific woman, a woman who's bold, brave, willing to take risk and fight for what she believes in, and yeah, think outside the lines a little bit. And we have found them. Today, we've expanded into the Cleveland market just this fall, and we need your help. We're looking for volunteers. We're looking for faculty members, for mentors, for coaches, and of course for donors. And so if you're interested in working with us, please do come see me or Rika Barabbas at our table or visit us at badgirlventures.com. Thank you.
Well-behaved women rarely make history. Is that the line?
Yes,
okay.
yes.
If you have a question, please stand up so that our microphone handlers can find you and our cameras can find you quickly too. Go ahead and stand up, Dominique. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Candace. After the women go through your 8-week course, what kind of relationship do you maintain with them? Do you have alumni? I mean, you clearly have a year under your belt now, and what are your plans of expansion beyond Cleveland?
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Dominique, for the question. First of all, we build partnerships with mentors. And so every woman who goes through our program is paired up with an expert in the field, either through our partnership with SCORE, the Service Council of Retired Executives, or through experts in the field. Up here in Cleveland, we've had a lot of business owners who serve as mentors and partners for our women. We also ask that the women come back and mentor the next class. So there's a requirement that they come back and be a peer mentor for another bad girl in the next class thereafter. On our expansion strategy, we actually are located in Cincinnati. We expanded to Oxford with BGV College Edition at Miami University, and we just expanded to Cleveland. Next year, we'll be expanding to Columbus, Pittsburgh, Detroit, and the year thereafter, Louisville, Lexington, and Nashville.
Other questions? Stand up, please, sir. And also, just so you know, if you do have a question, don't try and grab the mic, because then it looks weird. We're just holding the mics for everybody, because it comes out a lot better.
Yeah, will you talk a little bit about your the challenge of informing the community about yourself in terms of getting women in, as compared to the challenge of getting mentors? Which of those elements is harder to do?
Well, actually, we've been very lucky with earned media, and so we have great stories to tell all the time because we've got amazing bad girls. So finding the talent, finding these business owners who need help has not been the difficulty for us, and we've had 400 businesses come through our doors and we haven't paid for a single piece of marketing material. Finding the coaches has been a really difficult thing because we want to make sure that our coaches have skills that will be helpful specifically to the bad girl that they're working with. And what you see in this picture is that coaches can be men. And I put that up there on purpose because we want the men in the room to help our bad girls out as well. So thanks for the question.
Other questions? Nope. All right. Thank you very much, Candace.
Thank you.